All right, chat. We are back. We are back. Hopefully everybody had a good break, a good BRB, and Persona 5, again, as always, I love you. I love you to death. But you go away. And let's see. The people have spoken, and we are overwhelmingly in support of getting back on the horse. And so we shall. So we shall. Also, chat, I forgot about this. So I was cycling through some of my faces. I've talked about this before. I have faces, right? Like I have expressions built into this model. I just always forget to use them because I'm lazy, and I just forget that I have them. And Blast Strike says, hello, good madam. Good. Hello, good madam. Long time no see. This is true, Blast Strike. It has been a little while, but I'm glad to have you and glad to see you back. Glad you could join us on a Saturday, and hopefully the weekend is treating you well. But yeah, so I was looking at some stuff, testing the model, so I wanted to show you guys the expressions. And again, I have had all of these expressions built into the model since day one. Like, I could do this from the very first time I ever streamed. I just don't really do it except by accident because, again, I'm lazy and I forget. So I have like the happy face. I have the happy face where I can be happy. I have the normal everyday face, the angry face, angy face. This is the face that I should wear more often because you guys always getting into trouble, always doing stuff you're not supposed to do. This is the face that I should be wearing by default. But then I have like other stuff. Like those are toggles, but I can do like this, and I can be like happy face, like close face happy. I could be like very angry face, very very angry face. And here's my best toggle. Here's my best toggle. I'm not gonna do it for long. Yeah. Yeah. So I also grabbed an adult beverage while I was up out. Today we're having I kind of went basic bitch, and I'm just having a Jack and Coke today. But cheers. Hopefully you're having a good drink wherever you are as well. Yeah, that can be a lot of things. It can be pog face. It could be surprise face. It could be other things. I'll let you use your imagination. Anyway, with that being said, let us get back to the game, shall we? Let's get out of the office and get back to the leopard. Don't fuck with me. Thank you, Streamlabs. All right. So, obviously, we had ourselves a little bit of a setback. That was a very expensive setback. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit of an expensive setback, but you know what? That's okay. That is okay. What I want to look at, though, is this. So we got, for those of you that were paying, oh God. For those of you that were paying close enough attention, yes, this is actually the Bounty Hunter 2 hero mech that we just randomly got as salvage from that mission. For some strange reason, it has no armor. Oh, it's just because they have all the armor stripped off of it. Well, obviously we're gonna max out the armor, because what the hell is wrong with you? And let's see, what is the deal with this? Marauder Hero Structure, alright, Bounty Hunter 2, medium laser buffs, and ERPPC energy Or I'm sorry, heat generation minus 20%. Good lord. And that's in addition to just optimal and max range modifiers as well. That's actually pretty damn good. Um, our Marauder squad has been made up almost entirely of just regular Marauders that we've gotten off the field, but a hero Marauder wouldn't be a bad replacement. Let's see. What can we do with the Marauder, with the Bounty Hunter Marauder? Because I think if we were going to do that, a Nova would be good. I think, let's see. How much do we get from Endo? Well, we get about 4 tons from Endo. How much do we get from Pharaoh? Ooh, about 1.5. All right. All right. I see you. I see you. Well, let's see. What is the normal Marauder normally run? That runs a 250, right? Normally? Also, why VC face, look. Why are you doing this to me right now? There we go. Oh, really? It runs at 300 by default. No shit. All right. I mean, we could run a 300. There's nothing wrong with a 300 and a Marauder. Like a 300 Marauder is plenty good. Like 64 kph is just fine. Aside from the additional quirks though, this isn't that dissimilar from existing Marauder models. Let us reduce some of the armor here though. There we go. Just to balance out the tonnage. And then, of course, we will throw in some double heat sinks in the torso, as you do. And then let's see what we can do in terms of, I mean, if we get PPC bonuses, or specifically ERPPC bonuses. So we get ERPPC bonuses and medium laser bonuses. We don't get any bonuses to ballistics, so it might not even be worth it to bother putting anything in the ballistic hardpoint. So maybe, maybe, we don't have a lot of ERPPCs. So we could do that. The only problem is, in order to do that, we would have to put in an XL engine to make it work. But we give it 4 ERPPCs. And then just fill it up with double heat sinks, maybe? Or maybe we just go with a couple of ERPPCs. And again, I know normally giving the AI any kind of ER or PPCs in general is not a great idea, but maybe we go ahead and do that and fill in the rest with, well, we got some short burst lasers. Throw on some medium short bursts to give it a little bit of extra damage up close. AC5 is good at swatting flies. AC5 would be good for that. AC10 would give it a little more punch. We're definitely focusing on the energy weapons, though. You know what? You know what? You know what? Maybe an Ultra AC5. We don't use many Ultra ACs, especially not the Ultra 5s. So maybe we give him an Ultra AC5. Put some bins of ammo in the feet where the ammo belongs. 80 rounds, 160 rounds. And again, I don't think we need to put a lot of ammo in because we're not, like, the AC5 is not where it's going to be getting the majority of its damage from. So maybe I'll put in another half bin in the head, and that'll balance out the weight. And then let's see, what do we got for, we got double heatsink kits. I think we can throw that in there. So the double heatsink kit and a couple of doubles gives it 2.4 per second. Alpha heat is 33, almost 34. So we definitely want more heat sinks. Yeah, double bins are 2.5 tons ammo quantity. This is true. This is true. But we don't have that many double bins, and I don't necessarily, like, we only have one double bin. I don't, is it worth, you know what? Fuck it. Double bin. There you go. Gives a little bit of extra ammo. Um, let me see. What do we do with the rest of the tonnage? I mean, I don't think that we fill the whole thing up with double heat sinks, but we could put a couple in there. I mean, like, I'm basically just thinking crit shielding here. Fill up all the empty space with heat sinks and just let it ride. What do we think about that, chat? We got a couple of ERPPCs, an Ultra AC5, some medium short burst lasers for fly swatting. Heat capacity is 61, cooling is 3.1 per second. I mean, we could do more. Like, if I had an AMS, I would definitely consider putting an AMS in there. Yeah, we don't have one, unfortunately. No AMS systems to work with. I don't think we have any on the market either. Yeah, none for sale. One day the AMS will be common enough that we can actually start putting them on a lot of our mechs, but right now, nah. The three I bought went into a couple of different mechs. I think one of the king crabs, I think the hero king crab, we put 2 AMS systems in. So that's where a couple of them went to. I think throwing Endo on for more capacity for heat sinking. Oh, we could do that. Let's see. We got 3 sets of Endo. So we throw in Endo, that gives us another 3.5 tons. All right. What's Pharaoh gonna give us? That 1.5 tons? All right. I mean, Endo is generally better as a whole because it not only gives you more weight reduction, but because as long as the mech doesn't actually get blown up, you're usually repairing armor damage rather than structure. The extra cost from Endo doesn't hit you as much. So if we do that, then I think we just fill in basically all the rest of the free structure with single heat sinks. Okay, let's do that. And emotional support, small laser, or maybe, now tag is 1. So emotional support, small laser. There we go. How about that? Any glaring mistakes? I mean, I think this is passable. As an AI boat, I feel like this is passable. We could do a full bin of ammo. I just don't know if we need it. Again, the mech is getting most of its damage from the ERPPCs. The AC5 is less of a concern. And with the double ammo bins, we're already getting 200 rounds plus an additional 40. So we've got 240 rounds already. Yeah. Remember set weapon groups. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and start the work. Again, very expensive, especially being in a conflict zone, but I'm not gonna go through the trouble of leaving. Anyway, so I tell you what. I tell you what. Let's do this. I'm gonna save. And the reason I'm gonna save is because we had a crash to desktop a little while ago when I tried to sell these mechs. So let me actually. Okay, that's what crashed it last time. It did not crash it this time. All right, so let's have a look at these marauders. And these are the ones that kind of fucked us over last time around. They got some decent equipment though. I mean, we got double bins of long time ammo. Holy shit, we got X pulse lasers. In 3044, we have X pulse lasers. Wow, all right. Take the engine core. I'll take the XL even though it's damaged. Radical double heatsink. At high temperatures, the radical heatsink kit safeguards activate, provide additional heat dissipation until temperatures drop to safe levels. All right, sounds like fun. We've got armor heat dissipating, so I would assume this is less armor per ton, but less heat from stuff like flamers. Actually, that explains why the flamers didn't do shit. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize. Like, I was sitting here thinking to myself, like, why are these flamers not burning these dudes to the ground? It wasn't burning them to the ground because they had fucking armor on that dissipated half the heat that we were doing. That suddenly makes a lot more sense. All right, well, we'll take the slick, we'll take the sniper. I mean, I'm just gonna take everything that's worth the shit out of this thing. I'd love to get an exchanger, but sadly it got destroyed. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and get that started. I really should not be doing this in a conflict zone, but I just don't care at this point. All right, we can actually salvage the long time on this one. God damn it. All right, so clearly we're having some issues with coyotes. Or at least something going on with the mech bay here. Because I just got another crash to desktop. So it might be something to do with coyotes. It might have something to do with these mechs specifically. I don't like it. I do not like it. Yeah, it could be that the mechs are illegal designs, but if that's the case, all the more reason to start stripping stuff out of them. It makes me concerned. It makes me concerned. If it continues to crash, we might have an issue. But for right now, I'll let it ride. I'm gonna let it ride for now. As we wait for the game to load again. Also, it's a little too hot for hair down. I don't know why the game is taking so long to load. There we go. All right. Yeah, like I said, I think it might be coyotes specifically because I was not having crashes to death. Like, we have played the vanilla campaign and this entire modded career up until now, without any crashes to desktop. And we have had some bugs here and there, but we haven't had any crashes. Since I've added coyotes, we've had 2. And doing pretty much the same things. So I'm gonna be very, very careful about how we do this. And I'm gonna be very, very quick. Normally I would... Yep. Okay. There it is. I think I might have narrowed it down. Okay, hold on. I need to document this. I need to document this. So it crashed again. I apologize, chat. Whenever I have bugs with mods and stuff, my first instinct is to immediately try to understand why it's happening and reproduce it. So here is what it is, I think, anyway. I think it has something to do with right-clicking on the snub-nose PPC. Because that is the thing that I did last time and this time, and I'm pretty sure it's what I did the first time it crashed as well. So anyway, I'm typing this up real quick in a notepad document because I am going to send this over to whoever it is that's working on coyotes to let them know that that's a thing. I mean, it could just be mod conflict, who knows? I know that this is... It's weird territory. Oh, Erst is leaving. Bugging out. Going to eat. Watch the city's fireworks display. Well, good to have you, Erst. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you're still here. If not, then hopefully when you catch the VOD, you'll hear this. But we're always glad to have you, as always. And I hope you have a good time with both the dinner and the fireworks. So, again, glad to have you on a Saturday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh no, it's fine. I'm just typing this out into a notepad document so that I can remember exactly what I was doing. Essentially, I'm documenting it so that I can report it to the mod author. As always, like there's always the potential for like mod conflicts and stuff like that, and that might be what it is. It might not be that there's anything wrong with the mod necessarily. But it's still something to let them know about. And that's the thing that I always, like, I fully encourage people to do. I always say, like, if you're playing a mod or you're playing, you know, something like that, always, if you have issues, try to replicate those issues. And I know that not everybody does it. The first thing they do is like, oh, I had a problem. It must be directly related to the mod that I was currently dealing with. Right? So what most people would do in that situation is, oh, it has something to do with the mech variant, or it has something to do with yet another mech lab, right? No, that's why I wanted to like go back and do the same thing several times so I could try to figure out what it is. And then that way I can go back to coyotes and I can say, hey, listen, this happened after I added your mod to my mod pack. It's happening specifically with the snub-nose PPC, and here's the mods that I have installed. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's Coyote's fault, but there may be some kind of incompatibility with Coyotes and potentially yet another. YAML might be the problem. I don't really know. So it's just one of those things to like point out. And whenever you do that, whenever you're doing like troubleshooting for stuff like that, it's always important to give the mod author as much information as possible. And you're also much more likely to get help with the mod in question if you don't immediately take this like accusatory or like this accusing tone of it's your mod that's fucked up. Like, yeah, I'm sure there's something going on with Coyotes. There's some kind of thing, some incompatibility that Coyotes is having with another mod that I have installed, or maybe it's just a Coyotes problem in general. I don't really know. But that's just my 2 cents. But when that being said, and this is the important part, sometimes mod authors are buttholes and refuse to acknowledge that there's even a possibility that there's something wrong with their mod. And I'm definitely not thinking of the Rogue Tech team at all when I say that. But let's just say they have a little bit of a reputation of, no, our mod is perfect, everything works perfectly, if you're having a problem, the problem is you, so go fuck yourself. I'm exaggerating, I'm being hyperbolic. I love the Rogue Tech team, I love what they're doing. They can be a little more diplomatic. Oh, don't worry about it, Sierra. I'm not in the Coyotes Discord, but I know they have a link on their page, on their Nexus page. All right, so let's get in here, and what I want to know is, can I pull it out of the mech without crashing? Okay, so that works. I'll do this the hard way for now. Like, these, I didn't have a problem with. Oh, and we want the heat dissipating armor. Alright, so we'll do that. And then I'm gonna save again. Like, I'm dropping manual saves here because I don't want anything to get screwed up again. And I'm getting tired of doing the same shit over and over again. Now, because we didn't have the problem until we got to this specific mech, it might be this specific mech that's bugged. Because it wasn't until I hit this, until I interacted with this snub-nosed PPC, that we had a problem. So, if I pull the armor out, no issue. Whoops, that is not what I meant to do. Bag it up. So we're going through the troubleshooting, chat. I apologize. But I wanna have as much information as I can when I go to report this. So pulling the armor is not the issue. Pulling this stuff, also not the issue. Pulling the long tom. Okay, that crashed the game. Alright, so it might not be the snub-nosed PPC, but it might be something to do with the right arm in general that's causing the crash. Or something to do with the right side of the mech. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing that for now, chat. I'm not gonna make you guys watch me go and do this, like, troubleshooting one little bit at a time until I narrow it down. So we may just have to leave that for what it is, sadly. Wanted to do something different? Monkey paw curls. Yeah, there you go. A finger curls on the monkey's paw. You wanted something different? Here's something different, motherfucker. All right, let's go back to the office. Let's go back to the office. I apologize, chat. Yeah, and you've got the right of it, Elijah. That's exactly why I wanted to do a little more troubleshooting. Because if I'm reporting it, I want to try to give the guys as much information as I possibly can. And say, hey, look, this is the situation that I was in. So here's my question, and you guys may be able to do this faster than me because of the Google foo. And I'm just gonna stay here in the office for now until I'm actually able to fix that Marauder. But can somebody look up for me and confirm Is the long-time Marauder a product? Actually, you know what? I don't even need you guys to tell me because I can look it up. We can go here. Okay, so what I was I can words, chat. I can words. Maybe it's falling from overweight to normal weight. It could be that, Hell's Razor. It's hard to know. It's hard to know. That's part of why I'm trying to narrow it down. So I'm checking it, like, because I have the thing, yet another Mech Lab does the thing where it shows you, like, what mod a thing is attached to. So what I was curious about is whether the Long Time was a byproduct of the Coyotes mod, or if it's a byproduct of one of the Yet Anothers. And it is Yet Another special variant. So that might be the mod that's causing the issue rather than Coyotes. Because this is the first time that I've run into this crash. So it could just be a problem with the variant. But the fact that we were able to strip the other variant with no problems might be the issue. However, like Hell's Razor, it says, it could be a weight issue because the other one was not overweight since the engine core was still intact. So maybe it is a weight issue. Alright, so here's what we'll do. I'll take off the rest of this stuff. The stuff that I know I was able to remove before without making it have a problem. Now. I don't think it's a weight issue, but it could be a weight issue. Need to check to see if that mod has been updated. Give me a few. Okay, so here's I'll show you where I'm at right now. Okay, since this has suddenly become a troubleshooting stream, let me actually get you over to the game so you can see what I'm doing. And this might be useful for you guys in the future if you ever want to do any kind of troubleshooting stuff. So what I'm doing, I'm looking at this mech, right? Like this mech had its engine core, so it did not have a problem. This mech does not have its engine core. The engine core has been destroyed. But I'm looking down, if you see in the very bottom right-hand corner of the unit card here, it says source, yet another special variant. So I'm gonna go to loadout, right? And again, because Hell's Razor made a good point, it might be an issue with weight. Right? Because here's the thing, we're sitting at 82 tons. By removing the snub-nosed PPC after we've taken all this crap out, that might be what's causing it. By taking out the Long Time, because it's 20 tons, that's definitely going to be the thing. So here's the deal. If I take out, like, the armor, I take out all this ammo, like, everything is still good. Like, we're still within the weight limit. It was last updated in April. So it should be good for the DLC. But here's the thing. I think here's a way to test it. This medium pulse laser is 2 tons. If removing the pulse laser also causes the game to crash, then that narrows it down to either being something to do with the right side of the mech, either the right torso or the right arm, or it's a weight-related issue. So let's see what happens. Yep, there it is. Okay, so there's the crash again. So it might be a weight issue. It might be a weight issue. Good to know. Because at first I was thinking, oh, it's an issue with the mission. Then I was thinking, okay, no, it's an issue with the mech. Then I'm like, okay, now it's an issue with the snub-nosed PPC. Oh, wait, it happened with the Long Time. Let's test it again. So now, without removing the Long Time, without removing the snub-nosed PPC, taking out a different part that we didn't have any issues with before, I think we've narrowed it down to say, I think it's safe to say it has something to do with the weight limit. It has something to do with the actual weight limit of the mech. Because as soon as we remove something to get us below that weight limit, to where the mech stops being overweight, that's when we get the crash. So again, that's why troubleshooting is important, because if I had reported it initially, I would have reported something that didn't really have anything to do with the problem. The cross-check is removing only the laser. Correct. And that is actually the next thing that I wanted to do. I want to see if just removing the laser causes the crash. Because if removing the laser does not crash the game, then it's probably related to the weight limit. If removing the laser does cause the game to crash, then it's probably related to that specific section of the mech. Because remember, in the other long time Marauder, we didn't interact with the right side of the mech because it was destroyed. Right? So this mech, all the right side equipment was already destroyed, so we didn't interact with it in any way on this Marauder. So we'll check the other one, and let's see. And again, I apologize, chat, for anybody that's not into this cut. This, to me, is fascinating. Like, troubleshooting and trying to narrow down an issue is something that I actually enjoy doing. Check if stripping all the armor also causes the crash. Alright, so here we go. Removing the laser. Okay, that also caused a crash. So it's got something to do with, I think it's the right arm that is the problem. Because when we removed the long tom cannon, it also took a chunk out of the right arm. Because if you see here, like, the long tom is in both. It's got the fixed filler. So I think it's got something to do with the right arm, I think, is our problem. At least based on what we're able to narrow it down to. So one more thing, and again, I apologize. One more thing that I want to test. I want to see if we go into the mech lab and we just strip the mech completely, reset it to 0. I want to see if that also crashes it. Gruntfire, we already tried removing the PPC, and that crashed it. So removing anything from the right arm at all has caused it to crash. Interacting with anything else in the mech did not cause an issue. Now here's another thing to consider. We've only tried right-clicking to remove. I have not tried clicking and dragging that equipment out of the mech to get rid of it. So that's another thing I want to test. And well, I apologize because we're just sitting here looking at fiery destruction as I wait for the game to load back up. Your first Patreon exclusive content. Watch Maria troubleshoot mod loadouts. There you go. Is yet another's up to date? It may not be. I haven't actually updated at all. So the two things that I want to test is, does stripping the mech completely cause the issue? And the other thing I want to check is, does clicking and dragging cause the game to crash, or is it just when I right-click? Nah, it's not the crit spaces Hell's Razor, because I've already, like, what I already tried previously was going in here and removing absolutely everything from this except for the stuff in the torso and the arm. So, like, I took out the armor, I took out all this ammo and everything. Like, everything was taken out except for the stuff in the right arm, and that's what it did. That's my paperwork face. Do I have the wrong face on currently? Okay, so here we go. What I want to check is if we strip everything. Okay, that does not crash the game. Alright. That's good to know. Last updated Sunday. Oh yeah, no, YAML updates a lot. So, and again, I've said before, like, I try not to update stuff too much because of, one, major changes to gameplay, and also because it can sometimes break stuff. So I try not to update anything too terribly much. Okay, so stripping the mech doesn't cause the crash. So if I click and drag... Okay, that crashes it. Alright, so I think we got it narrowed down. It's got something to do with the right arm. I don't know what. I can't... I mean, I'm not a mech... I'm sorry, I'm not a mod expert by any means. So I can't say for sure what it is, but it's got something to do with the right arm. Because stripping the mech doesn't cause an issue. Taking everything out of all the other parts of the mech does not cause the issue. It's just the right arm specifically. Does that... Yeah, that's another thing to test. Alright, we'll do one more test, chat. One more test. Like I said, I'm not going to spend all day sucking around with this trying to narrow it down, but I will spend some time trying to get a good idea. I want to try and get some good intel before I take it back to them and explain it. And Cozy Muse says, funny Aquacry, yeah. Yeah, this is what happens when the game crashes and I don't go back to the office. Like normally I would just go back to the office, but in this case, I was like, screw it. If we're gonna have a bunch of crashes, we might as well just leave it up. Alright, so one more thing to test. I promise this is the last one, chat. Try messing with it in instant action. I don't know if I'll go that far. Like I said, I know a lot of you folks don't care and you actually find this interesting. However, I also know that there are probably plenty of folks out there that don't want to watch this crap. So I'm trying to be considerate of everybody. Alright, so if we do the loadout and I strip everything. Hell, let's repair everything. Now, if we do all that, and then I just grab a laser and stick it in the arm, no crash. Taking it out, no crash. Alright. Do I have a snub-nosed PPC? I do. Put it in, no crash. Removing it, also no crash. Very strange. Very, very strange. And I see you, Sierra. Hydration income. It could be something with the long time. The only reason that I don't think that it is, I don't think it's any of those specific weapon systems because it doesn't matter which of the three that I try to remove. So, and I'll reset it to the default state so you guys can see it. So the reason I don't think it's the long time is because if I remove this, the snub-nosed PPC, it crashes. If I remove the pulse laser, it crashes. If I remove the long time, it also crashes, but I think that's because it has this fixed filler. Now, if we strip everything out of the mech by using the strip mech, it doesn't crash. And that's the part that's really, really weird. Is the fact that if we remove everything, it doesn't crash the game. So it's not these specific items that are the problem. Like, it doesn't matter what types of weapons or what parts we put in the arm. I don't think that would have any bearing on it. I think it's got something to do with this specific part on this mech. I think that is the problem. Actually, you know what? Here's a way that we can test it. Let's get rid of that one. So here's another way that we can test it. So, and here's the thing, like, when you go in and you set up mech variants in, like, a Lua file or within a mod, you can create designs that are illegal because you're not using the mech lab to build it. You're just telling the game, this is what goes here, right? And so the issue becomes a matter of, like, you can tell the game to do things that it shouldn't be possible to do. And I think that might be what this variant is about. I think that might be part of the problem. Like, somebody had said it might be because of the slots. It might actually have to do with the crit slots. Because when we removed everything from here, it didn't do anything because there are open crit slots. There are not open crit slots here, which might be part of the issue. So the reason I'm bringing up this design, or this particular mech that we already stripped, is because I didn't take any of this stuff out of the right side. What I want to see is... that didn't crash it. So it may not be related to the crit slots either. It might be that specific mech. It has nothing to do with the crits. It's just somehow, some way, the way that this specific mech has been damaged, the way that this specific collection of parts is set up is causing the issue. Like, it has created some error with this exact setup that is triggering a crash whenever I try to remove something from the right arm. Uh-oh. I'm sorry to hear that, Mate, but again, you know how these things go on the weekend. Hopefully it'll get better for you. Moving all the equipment strip asset. Strip resets the counter to 0. Yeah. So... alright, let's try something here. If I strip the mech... can I replicate this? Like, if I stick a long time in it... I think that's our problem. I think that's our problem. Is there a way to revert? I don't think there is. Let's look at it again. It might be this specific variant that's bugged, right? Here's the thing. Long time cannon with the XL engine. Look at how much extra space this is taking up, right? Let's try it again. If I put in, what was it, a 220? Fuck it, I'll put a 225. Put in the XL engine. And we put in the long time cannon. Okay, now that works. It's the same number of crit slots. Alright, and then we put in a snub-nosed PPC. Okay. And then a medium pulse laser. Alright, so this is basically the same setup on that arm. So then if I remove it, yeah, nothing happens. Interesting. Okay, so it's not the design. It's not the specific parts. It's not even a right arm issue. I think what has happened, and again, this is why troubleshooting is important. I think what has happened is somehow, for reasons that I can't explain, somehow this mech has generated an error. The way it was destroyed, the parts that it's using, whatever. Hard to explain exactly what's going on. Something about this right arm is triggering a crash. However, I don't think it's tied to the variant or even the mod. It might not have anything to do with coyotes at all. Because if we strip the mech, everything is fine. It's only when we leave the mech in this exact configuration that we have the crash. You get what I'm saying? Like, for those of you that may be having some trouble following along at home, like, I think this might be one of those strange 1 in a million situations where when you remove something in the arm, one of the armor crits disappears there. Possible. But I think it's something to do with the way that this mech is currently configured because of, again, either the parts that were destroyed or something. I don't know. It's impossible to explain because I don't know enough about what's happening behind the scenes, what's in the back end. But I do think it's a 1 in a million thing. I'm still going to report it, but I think I'm going to report it to the YAML guys and not Coyotes. Like, I was thinking it was Coyotes to start off with because that's the major mod that I've added. And it was a Coyotes mission that I got it from. So maybe I'll still report it to Coyotes because I got this variant from one of their missions. Like, maybe something about the mission itself spawned the mech incorrectly. It's hard to say. But I'll try reporting it to both. I'll report it to YAML and let them know, like, hey, by the way, I don't know exactly what's going on, but I took a screenshot of this already, and I was like, here is the exact setup that I had in this mech when it was causing the crash. And then I'll also report it to Coyotes just for the hell of it. I don't think it's Coyotes, but I'm still going to report it to them anyway, because, again, this mech was generated by a Coyotes mission. I'll send them the save if they want it, but I'm not going to send that by default. With that being said, even though it's going to be expensive, I'm just going to go ahead and strip the mech, because we're gonna have to end up paying money to strip stuff off of the mech that is broken, but it's fine. I know I keep saying we have the money, and if I keep saying that and I keep doing that, then eventually we're not going to have any more money. Like, I am acutely aware. But at the same time. Alright, there we go. Alright. Troubleshooting time is over, chat. I apologize. We will get back to the actual game. There's a possibility of it having something to do with the armor trying to swap over to the right arm slots when it goes back underweight. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, there's too many if factors for me to narrow it down completely and not spend, you know, another 2 hours digging into this. Like, we've already spent over half an hour just troubleshooting this. I'm not going to continue to waste any more time doing it, but it was good to get a good read on, like, what the situation is and help narrow it down to what specifically might be causing the issue. Because now I can go back to both mod authors and say, here are some very specific circumstances that this happened under. Here is the mech in question. Here is the mission that generated that mech. Like, I'm giving them information that they can actually narrow down. They may not do anything with that. Who knows? Again, this could have been a 1 in a million glitch. It happens. But more information is always better for troubleshooting purposes. Anyway. Let's stop fucking around and let's actually get back to, you know, the stompy robots, you know, the shit that you guys were here to see in the first place. So let us, sorry, we have to go back and we have to fix up the Atlas. Oh, I think I figured out why the landscapers didn't stick around today. Excuse me? Oh, right, because there was nothing wrong with this Atlas. I just needed to repair the armor. I think I figured out why the landscapers didn't hang around so long today, and I think it's because I hear thunder. I think it's actually raining outside right now. Alright. Let's get rid of the assault knuckles. Do that. It's kind of frustrating because I don't remember exactly what we did with this, but I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Alright, there we go. 7 small lasers. And we will... just put 1 point. Excuse fucking you? Why are you fucking with me right now? Chat, help me. I don't remember what we did. There was something, like I did something with 5 extra tons. I don't remember what I did. And we could go medium lasers, maybe. Probably not. Let's see. Can we put in Frank's Red Hot? I think we can get away with it. Okay, if we do that. And then... because we're running medium lasers, I'm gonna need... better heat sinking. There we go. And then can I max the armor? No. Alright. How about we add some modular armor? 0.25 tons. Front component armor bonus. We do that? Now... hold up. Hold up. Hold up. This is why you buy the modular armor, chat. Can I then... I can put in the Pharaoh. Oh, chat, we're cooking. We are cooking now. You're putting medium lasers on one of the slowest mechs. A flexible bunker. Oh no, you have no idea, Xbox Duke. Not only does this thing have a current speed of 65 kph, this charger goes 130 kph when we're sprinting. So don't worry. I promise. We're gonna get into range. Let's see. Do we... I don't know. I don't know. Modular armor Mark 1? I can't, like, there's nowhere to put it. What do I use 1 ton for? You'd better off putting AC-20s on a cicada. Nah, you don't understand, Xbox Duke. I'm gonna assume, considering that your first-time chatter just a couple of minutes ago, this merc company is called Untactical Operations, and you are currently in the presence of the cult of bad tactical decisions. We do the wrong thing on purpose for fun here. If you're looking for pro strats, if you're looking for sick, hot meta builds, you are in the wrong stream, my friend. You are not gonna get that here. You are not gonna get that here, I can promise you that. Maybe just, yeah, there we go. Just random heat sink, fuck it. Random single heat sink, throw it in there, who cares? I don't know if this is better or worse than the version that we started out with. What do you think, chat? Is this better or worse than Flamer version? I mean, do it anyway. Yeah, exactly. Do it. 3 million C-bills? Fuck it. Yeah. Who cares? 3 million C-bills for this? Gladly. Gladly. Let's do it. This one can reach VTOLs without its jump jets. Yeah, exactly. That's right, we put jump jets on an Annihilator. Why? Fuck you, that's why. And Adam Musk repriming for a 3rd month. Thank you, Adam Musk, for the 3 months of support. Says, is that a Speedy Annie? Oh, it's a very Speedy Annie. It is a 130 kph Annie when we're sprinting. Is a very speedy Annie. Yeah, it does lose points for not being quite as hot. However, now that I know that they have the heat dissipation armor in the game, maybe flamers aren't quite so OP. Anyway, we got everything being worked on or being stripped down, which is good. You love to see it. What say we actually get, like, we have been back from the BRB for almost an hour. We haven't done a fucking thing in that time. So what say we actually get underway, chat? What do you think? Let's see. We got another industrial area up here near Rasselhag space. So, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, it's an Annihilator that will... Oh, shit. I forgot about my people. But we recovered them both! Nice! We got our people back and I didn't even have to do anything. You love to see it. I did forget about the pilots. I apologize. But both of them made it back. So it all worked out. It all worked out okay. Let's make sure... Is everybody good? Is everybody good? Yep. Both healthy. Everybody's good. Alright, let's have a look at the star map. It was not personal, I promise. No hero mechs. Alright. Well, there's a special transmission here, so that's where we're headed next. Yeah, I can't imagine them wanting to keep any of my people around after the 3rd or 4th conversation about which tomboy waifu has the best tits. I think after the first couple of conversations about that, like when they loop back around to it again, like redirect yet another conversation to be about that, I think they're just like, you know what? Get the fuck out of here. I view transmissions. What do we got? A dragon in sheep's clothing. We also got another elite pilot that we could pick up, but as I said already, I'm not picking up any more elite pilots this playthrough, unless we lose one. And we got another resource mission. You know what? Since the last one went so well, let's do another one. Okay, well, I selected it, but then... What? Where's the... Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so this one's only 81. Still 400-ton limit. Hopefully we don't run into any, long-time fucking marauders this time around. Yeah, exactly. Maybe by the second time we start arguing about which monster we're fucking this week and who does not have a monster fucker license. Yeah, that would probably be it. Oh, 120 salvage picks, eh? Well, this could either be really good
heavy weather warning.
Or really bad.
It's going to affect visibility and sensors.
Alright. Okay, we're having some issues here. I think we're gonna bring in Erst and his war horse. Let's see. I'm not gonna take Fast Annie this time. What else can we bring along? Decisions. I mean, I guess we could bring in some king crabs. Right? Like that would be the smart money, is bring in a couple of king crabs. Alright, did anybody actually get Affinity last time around? No? Alright, then Mara, you haven't been on any missions this time, so you're gonna go out on this one. And you know what? Ansi has some experience in the hero crab, and I think we'll go with that.
All clear, Commander. Ready for engagement.
I guess it's as good as it's gonna get. You know the drill, chat. Let's make it hot. Hopefully this one goes better than the last. Oh my.
Commander, salvage ops lead. Recon reported some high-value goodies that require our, attention. Flight is keeping the Leopard ready to go, and TAC Ops is keeping their weapons hot. I've marked the locations on your nav map, but our scans are not 100%, so feel free to look around. Tag anything of value you see, and we will come and get it. Out.
If I remember right, yeah, we only have ballistic and missile ammo on this thing. We do not have any energy weapons on this king crab. So I'll have to be very careful about how and what we engage. I am going for Gamma first, since it's all the way off by itself. I want to try to hit all three this time around. And we're not actually able to sprint this time, so no chance of me getting super far ahead of my own people. By the way, this is what the map looks like currently. And actually it looks worse than this because you guys have got the gamma turned up and I do not. I cannot see a fucking thing besides this shaft of light.
Package acquired.
Lay into that man. Lay into that man. Yeah? Render him into the past tense. And Vin gifted a sub to Cassidy Umbral, welcome to the Cult of Bad Tactical Decisions. And Vin, thank you so much for the gifted sub. More gamma. Oh, don't you tempt me. Cassidy says, reporting for duty. Well, good to have you, Cassidy. Always glad to see you. Thanks for showing up on a Saturday, and hopefully the weekend is treating you well so far. Promote that man's to a corpse, exactly. I have not fired a single shot in anger yet. Hostile capture. Son of a bitch. I knew I should have left my people at the dropship. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. They are swarming all over the goddamn dropship. Good God. I am aware of the situation. I'm in a king crab. We're not speedy, my guy. There we go.
Coordinating our attack.
Oh, don't worry, buddy. You're gonna get yours. You are gonna fucking get yours. What are you? Oh, you're a battle master. Alright. Oh, it's the melee battle master. Sorry, was the melee battle master. So can I like uncapture this? Cause we're not exactly nimble enough to react. Okay, so here's what we'll do. I'm gonna say, who is...
Disengaging.
There we go. Oh my. Oh, too late now, buddy. Too late now.
Base is being captured.
Yes, I'm aware of the situation. Thank you. Okay, can I get back to the whole, you know, doing the mission thing? I would love to actually accomplish something, if that would be okay with you guys. Banshee with the katana, yeah. We were also dealing with a, oh, hi, Mark. We were also dealing with a battle master that had a longsword, so, you know, these are the things that we're dealing with. Let's see, we got an awesome...
Great snipe shot.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Mara. I think it's funny that I told 2 of my people to hang back and stay with the dropship. All of them are following me. It is indeed Ajax, and welcome to the stream on a Saturday. Good to see you. Glad to have you. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well. And yeah, we are back on that robot stomping action. You know how we do. You know how we do. We got a little bit more loot here. No, pick it up. Pick it up.
Brilliant. Payload acquired.
We're actually close to beta. Or, I'm sorry, beta, if you're a filthy European. I refuse your right to be airborne, sir.
We're on it, Commander.
Go ahead and take care of him, guys.
Target is down.
Outstanding,
Be sure to
Mara.
put that ammo to good use.
I mean, I do like me some ammo. We could use some ammo. Oh my goodness, the chug. Rocks fall, everyone dies. Now, don't you be putting that bad mojo on anybody. Where's the loot? Where's the loot?
Commander, we got it.
Oh, nice. Nice. Shit. Shit. Yes, yes, turn around. Look at me. Fire at me. Don't you fucking dare go deal with my leopard. Yeah, that's right.
Focusing our fire on target.
Get some, nerd. Get some, you fucking lemmings.
Enemy is
Is that a
destroyed.
king crab, king crab, Atlas, and Marauder 2? It is indeed. It is indeed. It is. It's not the lance I want. Son of a bitch! You know, it would have been great if you assholes actually decided to stay back there with the leopard like I fucking told you to. Remember that part?
I can't target that.
Not telling you to target anything.
Guard order acknowledged.
Son of a bitch. I should have taken a lighter mech. That's what I should have done. How much money do we lose if they capture the dropship, Chad? I mean, it may not fucking matter.
Base is being captured.
I am aware, thank you.
Acknowledged.
You lose all of it. I don't know what that means. Oh, you lose everything you got on the mission. Okay, well that's not a huge deal. Although it is kind of fucking stupid that I can't uncap the shit. Like, it wouldn't be so bad if not for the fact that they just keeps it, like,
Let's take that tank apart.
could I just sit here and wait for them all to come to me? Or does the mission just continue to spawn people?
No use, Commander. The day is lost. Evac to the dropship and let's get out of here.
Like, to me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that somehow, if they send a bunch of people to the dropship and I kill them all, then somehow the progress of them capturing the dropship stays the same even though everyone is dead. Like, that does not compute. Does not compute at all. Like, if they send a squad to capture my base and I kill that squad, my base is no longer being captured. I get it. I get it. It's fine. It, like, there are limitations that the game engine will not let you get away with. It's just, that's very frustrating because, like, what can I do? Because even when I told my people, like, I had 2 of my mechs stay there, they didn't fucking stay. They followed me anyway. So, like, there was no point. It accomplished nothing. It's whatever. I ain't losing any sleep over it. Alright. View transmissions. Yeah, we don't need any of that. Back to the star map. Back to the star map. We got another transmission up here, so let's check it out. Cowardice is punishing, and that you have to juggle a lot of missions, Jenkins. And I'm okay with that. I don't mind dealing with multiple objectives or changing objectives. In fact, that makes the missions more interesting. It's just, fuck am I supposed to do about it? Here's the problem. Like, I feel like this is one of those things where that specific type of mission is absolutely geared towards playing with your friends rather than playing by yourself. Like playing alone when I can give a hold position order and my people just refuse to fucking follow it, there's not really a whole lot that I can do about that. Especially if I'm in a mech that's actually heavy enough to, you know, complete the mission. So like, I feel like this is one of those things where doing that type of mission, if I had some human players, would have been just fine. Because then I could say, hey, you know, me and one other person will go and accomplish the objectives, and then everybody else just stay here and defend the dropship. But, Alright, so it says aerospace fighters are available, but then... Oh, okay. I don't actually have any of these guys. I don't really know. To play a specific mission in order to receive the fighter stuff. Well, they did say that there was stuff available here. Does that mean... Like, where do I actually get the stuff? Because it says aerospace stuff is available in this system. I mean, does that just mean that we need to do the exploration mission and actually complete it? Is that pretty much what they're trying to tell us? Alright, let's try this. I got an idea. Chat. Bear with me. Let's see. We need some guys that'll be good at defense. So I think the Atlases are definitely gonna be good for that. And I think this boy right here is gonna be our solution to this problem. This boy right here is gonna be the solution to our problem. Out of all the contracts, I think the aerospace fighter missions are some of the ones that are the hardest. Have to defend a location. Alright. I hear you, and I will take it under advisement. Alright, so we do that. We do this. Let me see. I want FCS missile. What does predictive do? I forget. Okay, that's ballistic stuff. We'll go with powered sensors. Battle computer missile. Alright. So this is... Wait. So this is basically the same thing, it's just one of them weighs something and the other one doesn't, as best I can tell. Defend your dropship, but at the same time you have to go and cap another base and hold it. Well then, it looks like I'm building the perfect mech for this mission then. Thing is, I only gain about 15 kph for 50 additional core weight, so I'm not gonna do that. What we will do instead is, let me see, I want SRMs, but I don't just want SRMs, I want SRM Infernos. This damage is 27? And this oh. Yeah, the damage is significantly lower on the Infernos. Okay, never mind. We need to burst damage these guys. So I'm going to get rid of the stream, and I'm going to put in the regular SRM6. And the reason that I'm doing that is because the cluster will help me get good spread on the enemies. And Artemis would be okay, but they're going to weigh more, so it's not really worth it. What else do we have? Flexibility. I think we want to go with an agility gyro to give us more speed. And then I could swear we grabbed a slick suite. I thought we did. We did. There we go. Is that... Okay, it doesn't actually weigh anything. Outstanding. Out-fucking-standing. We could put in weapon compensators, but that's gonna be an extra ton. I think the design we have is about as good as it's gonna get. I think that's about the best we can do with 50 tons. Just a tip on when you're targeting head, give a great chance of ballistic long-range hits. I use with FCS modular, so you have multiple battle computers at the cost of more weight. Got it. Got it. Alright, that's gonna take a bunch of days and a lot of money. I'm okay with it, though. I'm okay with it. And as much as I hate to do it, I feel like we need to rebuild this Atlas. And the reason that I think we need to rebuild the Atlas is because they are insanely good, tanky, line-holding mechs. And so it's going to be extremely, extremely fucking expensive to put this thing back together. But the Atlas is one of the best linebackers that you can have. To just, like, sit on this point and defend this point. Like, if you're gonna defend a stationary spot, the mech is, like, God, it's the conflict zone thing, though. That's the problem. It's gonna double or even triple not only the cost, but the length of time that it's gonna take to get that done. So maybe not. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Continue. Oh, we can't even take the maximum number of shares on that. Alright, that's unfortunate. Okay. So, give me the trench buckets. And of course, we're gonna put... Oh, wow, that's interesting. The commander was the only one that ever used that mech, and yet for some reason they've apparently lost their affinity for it, which is kind of strange. I guess we could put in general quarters.
But be ready for anything.
Because he's got good potential for missiles. We'll go ahead and leave the rest of the squad as it is. We're running the Gauss, we're running the Mjolnir, we're running the Atlas. So I think that's a good setup regardless. The rest of these fixed back up. Alright, there we go. We'll give it a try. We will give it a try. This could be the worst decision I've ever made. But if so, it'll only be the worst decision I've ever made today. There was part of me that very briefly considered taking the Fast Annihilator, but Not knowing how those medium lasers are gonna respond, I didn't want to chance it. Fuck is this?
This is Claymore. Hey, new contact.
Cause press E to deploy Ravager turret. Chat, what is this? I don't know what this is. I need to know what this is.
Target acquired.
Coordinating our attack.
Destroyed.
Somebody explain the points to me. What are the points? How do I get them?
Spotted.
Target Phoenix.
Lance target received.
Target destroyed.
Tango down.
To deploy heavy mech. I don't know what that means. I don't even know what these turrets are.
Acknowledged.
Fuck it. I'll deploy a turret. I don't even care. Restock ammo for Lance. No. So that's deploy a heavy mag. This is deploy Igors? Sure. I'll deploy some Igors. I don't give a fuck. Deploy a light mech? Maybe. Maybe. Large laser turret? Sure.
Target acquired.
I copy, sir.
Enemy mech down. Once you've found the targeted asset, move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery procedure. Focus target updated.
Where's this? One of them mercs is dead.
Okay. So I want everyone to guard this location. Do you guys think you can handle that? Do you think that if I put you in this spot that you can actually defend it? Y'all want to give it a try? Think you can follow instructions while mommy goes off and fixes everything for you?
Close enough. Ready to start pickup operation. Cargo acquired.
Okay, that hits about as hard as I wanted it to. Also gotta capture the hostile base. Yeah, that's why I wanted to make sure that I understood what exactly was going on before I go in. Now hopefully these donkeys actually stay at the nav point instead of running off on their own like they did last time. This is the very definition of backcapping, which makes me the scummiest of scumbags. But I'm good with it. Hey, come here. Come here, doofus. Ow. I have no idea where that came from. Oh, fuck.
Really don't like low atmosphere.
Those turrets hurt. Shit. 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 I can't take a whole lot of hits. It's getting a little heated. Getting a little heated.
But that mech's about to go critical now.
It's very hot. Very hot. Okay, there we go. Ow! God damn it. Alright, what are we doing? Oh, shit. Ah, shit. I fucked up, chat. I accidentally told my people to attack a target. I did not mean to do that, and I cannot stop them. I might have fucked up big time. Capture faster, please. I need to get back, like, immediately.
That'll be my pleasure.
I done goofed. I done goofed. Okay, we captured the thing. Do not let hostiles recapture their base. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, I'll throw down a turret here. Why not? Bug it. Oh, you're right, you're right, you're right. I can swap pilots. I can swap pilots. Button. Come on. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Na 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 na. We gotta go back. We gotta go back. We have to cook. We have to cook. Mind if I post the mission? Oh, shit. Why you gotta do this to me, Sierra? I'm in the middle of trying to play the damn mission. Why you gotta be like this? Huh? There you go. Don't rick and roll anybody. Alright, let's get back into it. I gotta try to get everybody back over here. Shit. Son of a bitch! Okay, weapon groups. That's the problem with this thing. Alright, so you do this. Give me the SRMs here. Medium lasers go there. PPCs here. There we go. Oh, and weapon groups. Chain fire. Apply.
Guard order acknowledged. Dropship launch detected.
Take me to the effing trib. Thank you, for fuck's sake.
Buy yourself a few boys, preachers, at the location.
Alright, let's see what we can do to deal with these extra guys.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Outstanding work. Good shit, Mara. Get wrecked, nerd. Ow. Get wrecked, nerd.
Scrub one.
Mara's out here on a fucking tear.
At requested location.
Good. Stay there. I gotta go back. Fuck. We are juggling. We are fucking juggling, man. That backshot was mean. I don't know if you know this. There is I have not come across a single mech on this mission that is a lighter weight rating than I am. I am in a 50-ton trip, sir. Okay, apparently I cannot get in that way. Son of a bitch. Go faster, please. Yeah, it's... Maybe shooting people in the back is dishonorable, but chat, be sure, because I know Ericus is a little new. But be sure to let him know exactly what I think about honor. Oh boy. Well, thankfully, Highlander arms are pretty easy to take off. Bio player, you better get the fuck out of here with that. Okay, we gotta wait another minute or so. And it looks like the Atlas is doing what Atlas do and tanking. Upgrade? Sure, why not? And I'll upgrade this turret too. I don't give a fuck. Let's do it. I hear missiles. Oh, hi, Mark. I almost did it again. I am so in the habit of immediately keying in my people and telling them to attack a thing, I just completely forget not to do it in situations like this. Oh my. That dude did a backflip, I hit him so hard. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll upgrade it again. Ow! God damn it. Are these motherfuckers just appearing? Because it feels like it.
Really don't like low atmosphere.
Like, it literally feels like they're just appearing out of nowhere. Let me see. Hold on a second. I think I can put a turret on the wall? Okay, not that wall. Oh my goodness. Can I put a turret on this wall? Anywhere along this wall? Does not appear to be the case. Oh my. Alright, so we just need to get out. We did the thing, we just need to leave. Actually, you know what?
It's quiet out here.
I can leave like this. Excuse fucking me? What? What? Excuse me? I can't fucking turn? Okay, there's clearly a movement issue here. Okay, I literally can't do anything. Okay, something very... Hold on, Chet. I'm having an issue. I can't turn. I can't move. Something goofy is going on here and I do not like it.
Dropship launch detected.
Like, I can't... I'm extremely narrow vision here. Okay, I'm like literally at the dropship. Can we go? Okay, there we go. Like, this is what I was trying to do the entire time until the computer was like, actually, no, I'm gonna do whatever I want and fuck your controls. That's okay. We gotta figure it out, chat. We gotta figure it out. And we only lost an arm on a 50-ton mech on a 400-ton weight limit. That could have gone a whole lot worse. Alright, let's have a look at what we got here. We got a lot of different... Oh, mama. We got an ultralight gyro. Alright, let's have a look at the mechs first. Because we may have some mechs with some good equipment here. So it's better to double check that before I start just, you know, piece parting it out here. Alright. The archer was an SRM archer with, oh, this is that melee archer that we ran into a couple of times. More primitive stuff. Alright, so the mech salvage is kind of butt cheeks, but that's okay. We can take some of this other stuff. Although a lot of this is tier 0, so I don't know if it's even worth it, to be honest with you. Yeah, this is all kind of butt cheek salvage. So, I'll take the XL. I'll take the ultralight gyro. I don't think I need the engine core. So then let's see. What do we got that we can take for 12? We can take a Treb for 12. Yeah, I'll take a Treb for 12. At a TT rules bug? It might be. It might be. I'm not sure what caused it, but that's okay. We figured it out. We fixed the problem. Or I struggled against the problem until it stopped being a problem. Alright, multi-role aerospace fighter. You love to fucking see it. Alright, so we have one multi-role. So what do I need to do to deploy the... Do I have to do anything to deploy these guys, or do they just... Are they automatic? I'm confused. Lightning just slay mixed my house. Oh, so apparently Ajax is also getting some weather. Everybody's getting some weather right now. You'll get a prompt mid-mission with selection of buttons. Alright. Well, we'll have a look at it when we get to that point, but that's good to know. That's good to know.